Wow. What a game. What a battle. Very proud of our guys. We talked last night in our team meeting just about like whatever it takes, whoever it takes, and however long it takes, let's just find a way to finish this first month of the season 3-1. So very proud of our guys for finishing the right way. As we know, a lot of things to clean up for us with the penalties. It's like we're trying to break the record for most penalties in the league, which we got to clean up. This is our third straight game of over 10 penalties. It's just, not good enough. And we have to find the guys who want to do it right all the time and play clean football there. But very proud of the effort from all of our guys. CJ, he let us down when we needed to. Dare stepping up big time for us, and Nico, and he's been lights out this entire year. Like, to start the season, like being the NFL's leading receiver, he just shows up every single time we need a play. Nico is making a play, so I'm so thankful and happy for him that he's on our team.
You guys obviously didn't play as well as you would have liked, but you guys were able to get the win. What does that say about you guys' demeanor, mental toughness? What does it say about you guys overall?
The goal for us every week is to win. There's no such thing as an ugly win to me. Like, you finish with the win because, as we know, in this league, wins are hard to come by. It doesn't matter who you play. So, man, I'm just proud to get a win. And it doesn't matter to me how we win them, just finish with the win.
Coach, you mentioned about effort. Some of the penalties are effort penalties, and then there are some things that's just mind penalties. When do you start making the differentiation? Because, some of these things today, it's a continuation for the last 3 weeks. When do you start making from effort and then just mental mistakes that you continue to make?
Yeah, the penalties that bug me the most and we have to get off of our tape and off of our team is the mental penalties. That's the ones I can't stand and I can't go for it. Like, we have to play smart. If we want to be a good football team, you have to play the game smart. And we talk about, we look at other teams around the league and we have meetings on these things, and guys just have to own up to it and be man enough to stand up and just play the game the right way. A lot of them just bonehead penalties that are, it's uncalled for, right? You don't need those. They're not helping us at all. When we had positive things that happen to us, and we're going backwards. We're in field goal range, and we go backwards because of our own mistakes. So, again, seem like I'm a broken record every time I stand up here. The Texans have to get out of the Texans' way for us to be a good team.
Demeco, you mentioned a little bit about Nico in your opening statement. Why do you think the connection between him and C.J. Stroud has been so strong as it has been?
I know you don't like this answer, but it's simple. Nico is open. So that's why the connection is strong. And Nico he's open, but he's also, he's so competitive at the catch point. He's strong, he's physical, fast, big receiver. Like, that's a easy target for CJ, and Nico has showed up every time we needed him.
Coach, will you walk us through any adjustments the defense made on those final 3 drives to force those 2 crucial punts to give you guys an opportunity to stay in the game?
The adjustment for the defense is mindset. Like, we did not play with the right mindset on some of those drives, and they were able to drive down on us. It's about mindset, effort, right, and physicality. Like, and I think when we needed to stand up and made a play, we made a play to give our team a chance to continue to be in the game. But we got to get a lot of things cleaned up on defense where we have to get more stops. Now, third down, when we needed stops, guys showed up on third down and made some big-time plays, but a few explosives there we can't give up.
Nico, you mentioned Dare when you started. Can you talk more about what he did today and really how that kind of made a difference in the game?
Yeah, Dare, definitely, he got the game ball, one of the game balls today, because, what a special play there when we needed a play the most, to see him catch that pass and take off to get us, on the plus side of the field. That was huge, right? It was huge. And Dare's, again, everybody knows the touchdown he caught, but Dare's a guy who's doing it the right way, a guy that we can count on. And that's the guys I want out there, guys who we can count on, we can trust, and they're dependable.
Nico, I was wondering if you think establishing a little bit of a better run game would help with some of those penalties they all are struggling with on offense.
With the penalties that we're having, it really doesn't matter, run game or pass game. We're getting them all sorts of ways. So it's just us playing clean football, playing smart football, and just getting out of our own way.
You mentioned the mindset of the defense was the adjustment. Do you mind just explaining what the mindset was and how you addressed it to shift it and change it?
Yeah, these guys had to, like, we weren't playing our style of ball. We weren't stopping the run. We were not setting the edge. The ball was getting outside a few times, and they were able to have explosive runs. We weren't tight, sticky in coverage. Like, it was just uncharacteristic of how we play.
Coach, you talked about Nico Collins and having a good chemistry with C.J. Stroud, but breaking out like he's breaking out. Can you talk about that and what he's been able to do from year to year to year to get to where he is?
And since I first got here, I mean, Nico has definitely improved, and he's put the work in. That's the thing that people don't see. I mean, I wish everybody could come to see how he works throughout the week. So it's no surprise to me with what Nico has done, because you watch him work throughout the week. He's one of our hardest workers on our team, shows up every single day ready to work, and he's doing it in practice, and it shows up in the game.
Nico, there was a sequence where it wasn't ETN, it was the other running back off the top of my head, but he runs downfield. Oh yeah, Bigsby, sorry. Bigsby runs downfield, and then Kalen Bowles brings him down, and then eventually you all get a stop on 4th down. What do you make of the play that Kalen made?
Yeah, one thing our defense stands on is effort, and there's no better play that exhibits that effort than Kalen, right, giving us a blade of grass to stand on. So Kalen's effort to run him down and get a stop, and for us to regroup after such a huge play, for us to regroup and then be able to get a stop there in the red zone, that's a big turning point in the game. So, and that shows what effort means, and if you play the game the right way with that type of effort, it can put you in position to be on the winning side. So proud of Kalen for his effort.
Coach, just the thought process and how you and Coach Slowick are instructing CJ. Clearly, he has a ton of confidence. The off-platform, off-schedule throws, the plays going through his mind. Are you thinking cutting the field down half, simplifying the read, or is it just as simple as you're saying, get the ball to Nico, he's down there somewhere? Thought process and coaching him through those off-platforms.
CJ did a really nice job today of going through his progressions. I thought our protection was better today. He had a lot of time to make those reads, had a lot of time to escape the pocket and make the plays we needed to make, and he did a good job of keeping his eyes downfield and finding the open receiver. So, I mean, credit to CJ, over 300 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, like big day for him. Like, we're not here in this position without CJ and what he was able to do today.
We all know you're not a big statistic guy, but obviously Nico is leading the league in receiving yards, and he's on pace for over 2,000 yards. I know it's early, but what does that just say about his overall talent that he's been able to, obviously, we see it all the time, but just be able to turn himself into basically an all-pro level type of receiver?
Yeah, Nico he's deserving of all the praise and all the credit that he's getting. He's one of the top receivers in the league, and he's showing it. He doesn't have to talk it. He's showing it by what he does on a game-to-game basis. Like, he's proven that he's one of the best. He should be all-pro, whatever, like all-pro, Pro Bowl, all those accolades should come to Nico because he's shown it every single week. All right, thank you, guys.
play breaks down, it's like it just finds you automatically how?
I feel like, man, we just work scrimmage drill, off schedule plays every day in practice before we're gonna start. That's like every day. So you really don't know where she's looking. You know, you're just trying to find an open void. And but Seven, man, he's special. You know, he's the type of guy that's gonna extend the play. Always looking downfield, so I feel like the play is never over. So also always got to find that void and the hole, man. And Seven, he's gonna find you. You know, so that's what we've been doing.
The offense had 6 possessions, 6 punts, or 5 possessions, whatever it was, had nothing. And then on the last possession, you had 6 first downs, 69 yards and a touchdown. Well, like, what happens on the last possession you're able to get it going?
Yeah, man, it was one of those, like, we just had to dig deep. We had to put our minds to it, you know, really who wanted more. You know, we was backed up, you know, down by 3, and we know we needed a touchdown. So I feel like, man, in that huddle, man, we talking to each other, man, like, let's go. You know, this is what we train for. This is what we going out there in practice every day straining for, out there in the heat, you know. So in these moments right here, it's easy. You know, so that we all leaning on each other in the huddle, man, and just taking one play at a time and out there balling. You know, out there got the dub, man. I feel like that was the most important for us.
Nico, your coach was saying part of what makes you a great target is how competitive you are at the catch point. Mm-hmm. What goes into building that? Mm-hmm.
Just whenever the ball in the air, just go get it. It's yours, you know, and you got to be aggressive at the catch point, aggressive hands, and just go get it. You know, so that's my mindset every time, you know, your opportunity come, you know, you just never know when the next one's going to come. So whenever the ball come your way, just go get it. You know, have your first down celly ready and move the sticks for the team. So that's my mindset, you know, whenever the ball in the air, just go get it.
Nico, 15 catches, 3 out of your 4 games, you have over 100 yards. Now knowing that this is possible and how consistent you've been, is that your new standard moving forward?
Yeah, it is. I feel like my standard, man, just continue to be me, continue to submerge in the deep end, you know, block out the distractions, continue to be myself, continue to find the things I need to work on, which is everything. I feel like there's always room for improvement on your game. So my mindset, man, don't get comfortable and continue to build, continue to take care of my body, continue to be available for the team, you know, and just let the rest be the rest, you know, let all the pieces fall in place.
You know, through the first 4 weeks, right now, you're on pace for almost 2,100 yards. When you just hear your name and numbers like that, Demeco prior said that, you know, you deserve all the praise, all pro, Pro Bowl. What kind of goes through your mind when you hear these type of numbers, these type of accolades that people start to put on you?
Man, it doesn't feel real, you know, that's those type of achievements you want to have, you know, and it's early, but, you know, it's a great position to be in right now. So I feel like for me, continue to be myself, don't get comfortable, and continue to build, you know, find out 1%. You know, it's a marathon. It's a long game. It's a long season, man. And so I feel like for me, just find ways to be available, find the ways, you know, whenever my number's called, make a play for the team. And that's what I've been doing, you know, just going out there with my brothers, man, between them lines, and it's no better feeling going to war with them, you know. So I feel like, man, when we on our details, man, we on something, you know. So I feel like for us, man, continue to build, continue to be myself, and just push everybody around me, you know, and continue to go. So that's my mindset right now, just be 1% every day and don't get comfortable.
You set a franchise record for most receiving yards through a player's first 4 games of the season today.
It's a blessing.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Another
Thank you.
100-yard game today.
Sure.
What do you think has been the secret to your consistency?
Just like I said, man, just not getting comfortable. You know, just taking advantage of every game. Whenever you step between them lines, man, you know, it's what you live for. You know, it's the same game you're playing your entire life. And so it really comes down to how much you really want it, the details, and continue to strain, you know. So it's a long season, marathon, you know. It's not easy, you know. So it really comes down to your preparation, you know, how to take care of your body, and going out there and just having fun. And I feel like that's what I'm doing right now, just having fun, blocking out the noise, and just being there for my team, you know, and being there for my teammates, making plays when I'm up called. And like I said, man, just letting everything fall in place. You know, I'm not thinking about the numbers or where I want to be. You know, I know my goals. You know, I want to be healthy and just be available, you know, and just let the rest be the rest. So continue to build, continue to be myself, and thank God for everything.
That last drive, the last few drives, you had a few big catches. Like, what are you thinking in those moments when you all are down and you know that the team is going to go to you?
Yeah, you know, it's one of those situations, man. Like you know what the team needs. You know, we was backed up. You know, maybe how much time was on? Like maybe 3 minutes left. You know, and so we know just take one play at a time. You know, we know we wanted to score, want to put points on the board. But we can't just go out there and just acting crazy, you know, just take one play at a time, move the sticks, man, and that's what we was doing. You know, at every play, when the huddle, like, let's go, just breathe, one play at a time, and, and keep stacking. So that's what we did. We moved one ball down the field, man, drove, you know, and Seven trusting in us, we trusted in him, and we went out and made the play, you know. So I feel like for us, man, we got to continue to fix the details, you know, and we can't keep getting in 2nd and 20, 2nd and 30, because that's kind of hard to get back on track, you know. So I feel like, man, we should continue to be sharp, you know, continue to find little details. Like I said, it's a marathon, so I feel like we got to continue to build, continue to have fun, you know, and just enjoy every moment.
Just to piggyback off of your statement of saying you got to work on those details, can't start off 2nd and 20. What's some of the things that you guys do offensively that allow you to get into that rhythm to kind of move away from those 2nd and 20s, 1st and 15s to, you know, have that fast-paced rhythm going into some of those drives?
You know, it's hard to pick back up, but I feel like we just got to get back, make a play, so we get back on track, you know, and that's what we did. I feel like we never got our heads down. We continue to build every play, you know, just take one play at a time. That's what we did, you know, end up moving the ball down the field and end up putting points on the board. I feel like that's very important, you know, keeping the drives alive, just have one play at a time, you know. So that was our mindset, you know, just put points on the board, and that's what we did. Just having trust in each other, having each other back, and, you know, and that's what we did.
Hey, Nico, one of the things that Demeco said when we asked him about the chemistry with you and CJ, he said, no, you guys don't want to hear this because he gets open.
Yeah.
Talk about how you're able to do that so much, especially when it's crucial.
You know, Seven's special, man. He's the type of dude that's always looking downfield, always finding an open void. So I feel like whenever the play's over, it's not really over. Just finding an open void for him, you know, he's going to make a play. You know, he's a dude playmaker, you know. So putting our trust in him, he trusts us. So I feel like that's really what it comes down to. You know, we got his back. And 100% of the way. So I feel like for us, continue to build, continue to work on the things we need to work on offensively, defensively, overall. You know, so we can continue to build, continue to grow as a team. You know, it's a marathon, so gotta get ready for every week. You know, every week matters. So got this division at home, no better feeling. So we're getting ready for next week. It's Buffalo, it's another big matchup. We're gonna have fun to be us. You know, just not making the moment bigger than what it is. Thank y'all. Appreciate it.
I'm good. Part of the swag, baby. I'm playing.
Caleb Bullock made an unbelievable hustle playing for you guys. I don't know if you're able to see it, just what's going on through your mind as you guys watch that to set you guys up to have the moment you had.
Yeah, that's a huge play, man. Like, NFL is about, it's a game of inches, you know, a game of yards. They come down to, you know, small details that we always talk about. And, you know, Demeco always talks about, man, just give us a blade of grass to stand up on. And, you know, I trust in our defense to come up big, and they did, man. So, you know, shout out to Kalen playing really well. As a rookie, you know, I know how hard that is. And so I'm really proud of him and, you know, being a West Coast kid, I know how hard and tough, you know, he is and how he works hard. So, man, I'm just super proud of him. And, you know, he got a lot of success on his way because, man, he's making a lot of plays.
CJ, the final scoring drive that led to the winning touchdown, was there something different that you saw in that drive, or was it just that you were in two-minute offense mode?
We honestly didn't even go into 2-minute, but, you know, we were just clicking now. Like, I know you guys are going to ask me, but, you know, we got to stop moving backwards. And, I mean, every time we do that, we put ourselves in a hard position to be efficient. And I feel like whenever we are on the green side or we're doing well away from penalties, we're moving the ball against anybody, you know. So I definitely think that last drive, we just did a good job of staying in front of the sticks, taking what I seen and, you know, running when I needed to and whatnot. So, you know, I think we were just locked in. Defense gave us another shot, and that's all we needed, man. So, you know, just like they got our back, we got theirs.
CJ, talk about, and I know you're going to be asked this lots of times, but in terms of your relationship with Nico, it's not always pretty the way the play works out, but somehow you're able to find and talk about y'all's relationship.
Man, it's you know, it's grown. You know, I always go back to, like, when I first met Nick, throwing on the field during OTAs, and I told him, man, like, you're a superstar, and, you know, I'm gonna make sure people know that. And I feel like ever since then, like, man, he's had a swag and a confidence, starting from, you know, last year, and it's just rolling it now. So, you know, he's been big for us. He's always somebody that I lean on, like, when I'm ever, you know, like, just looking down or whatever, he come up to me. He don't do too much. Like, he just be like, hey, Merrill, like, you good. You know who you are.
And he always give me confidence just like I give it to him because, you know, he's just a heck of a player, man. I'm super proud of him. I was told that he was I think he was leading franchise in 4 games. Man, that's huge, bro, with all the great receivers we had. So coming through this Texan organization, man, so I'm just, you know, I'm very, very happy to be a part of his journey.
You talk a lot about the backyard plays that y'all made. And it seems like a lot of them are made to Nico. I guess how comfortable is it to have somebody, you know, when things go kind of crazy and you're looking and you know he's going to be open? Any critical situation?
Yeah, honestly, it's like I look for that for everybody, but, you know, it's just Nico is somebody he's quick on his feet, and, you know, it's kind of crazy because we worked on that from last year, just, you know, trying to get that down, or just that's where I feel like I could have elevated my game in a sense, was there, scrambling, looking down the field, and then really just as an offense, you know what I mean? So, you know, Nico is definitely at the forefront of that. He's eating off of, you know, scramble drill and whatnot, and, but I think a lot of the other guys are getting open too, and they'll be able to eat off that as well.
CJ, when you look at the defense, second half, less than 200 yards allowed, 1 scoring drive, big stop at the 1-yard line. Just can you talk about their performance to give the offense second opportunities to be able to keep this thing close and eventually pull it?
Man, they played their tails off. You know, it's not always perfect. It's not always, you know, how we draw it up, but that's the NFL. You know, those guys, the Jaguars are a heck of a team. I don't think that their record, you know, shows who they are. You know, they've had some, you know, some injuries and things like that. But, you know, they play really hard, and I feel like, you know, when it's a division opponent as well, it makes it a little harder, just because, you know, that means a lot for the playoff run and everything like that. But, you know, we got the stack and win. Me and Aziz were talking like we got to play complementary football. You know, when the offense is down, the defense got to pick us up. When the defense down, offense got to pick it up. And, you know, and special teams got to blanket everything. So we got to play 3 phases of football, you know, at a high level, and we got to clean a lot of things up. But, you know, defense played really, really well today, I thought.
Hey, CJ, can you talk about kind of what goes through your mind when, you know, you talk about you got to stop, you know, going backwards, but how you're able to stay so calm and focused? What are you thinking in those moments where you're like, you got to make a play? Can you take us through kind of your mindset?
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Like last night in chapel, our pastor, Pastor Von Juan, I forgot what church he's at, but it's from southeast of Houston. And he's talking about you got to go through the mud before you get to the miracle. And, you know, that resonated with me, not only just in ball, but just in life. Like, it's not always perfect, but, you know, like, the mud makes you who you are. And I think the mud we have is self-inflicted mud. But, you know, I feel like that kind of motivates us in a sense. And it motivates me just to, like, man, like, they trying you to see, like, how great you really going to be in this 3rd and 20 or the 2nd and 20, like, how great you going to be. See, like, I just kind of just challenge myself a little bit. But, you know, I don't love it, but I deal with it, and I respect the game, and I just know that, like, those plays, if we can make them, we don't want to live in that situation. We don't. We're gonna snip this in the bud. It's gonna happen. We're speaking to existence, but I definitely, like, it motivates me just to be great.
CJ, it seems like at times you guys are just able to turn it on, coming out of halftime, 2-3 and outs, but then that final drive, you guys are moving the ball kind of with ease, aside from the penalties that had you guys go backwards. At what point do you start to look at the offense and say, no, we can be so much better if we play with a faster tempo and be able to play our brand of football?
We're playing our brand of football, man. You know, like we're you know, just because you get 2-3 and out doesn't mean you're having a bad day. I respect what you're saying. I understand. But, you know, just because you go tempo don't mean, like, things just start rolling. Like, we tried that weeks prior, and we're just getting shells, you know. So, but I do understand where you're coming from. I think, you know, we can, you know, get more of a tempo and get going a little more. And then not even just staying no huddle, really just getting out the huddle, breaking the huddle the right way. All the elite teams I ever watched growing up, Patriots, I watched Stafford a lot with the Rams. I can go so on and so forth. Man, you watch it on TV as a kid, you see how quick they break from the huddle when they get on the line of scrimmage, and the defense feels that. And now you get an opportunity to read the defense a little more, and I think that's where we can take the next level and get better at. But, yeah, I definitely do, think we came out a little short out of the second half, but, you know, it's not about, you know, looking down on yourself. You know, it's all about the next play, making the next play the better play. And my team actually helped me doing that, you know, missed a throw in the first half, that I know I can make, and I just rushed it. But they picked me up and came back in the locker room, and just went from there. And we don't. That's one thing about ball. You can't like hang your head down too long, because man, the other team ain't doing that. They trying to get you. So. Yeah, but I definitely do understand where you're coming from. But I feel like, man, we got a lot of good things going on offense, and we got to just clean things up for sure.
CJ, you talked about your relationship with Nico. In what ways have you seen him grow as a wide receiver here?
I would just say he's grown a lot, but I just think he needs opportunity. I think Nico's been great since he's been born. I told y'all when I met his dad 2 weeks ago when we played the Bears, and looked just like his pops, but his pops looked like he could play. Like he looked young to this day. You know what I mean? So I definitely know like Nico been great for a long time. He just needs his opportunity, and I think as he continues to go, he's just going to continue to get better and better and grow. But I think Ben McDaniel's done a good job, a great job helping him along the way, learning about route running and just like how serious you got to take the game away from Sunday, from Monday all the way to Saturday, how hard you got to prepare. And I think, Ben has helped him do that. And I think as he continues to go, man, you just see him get better and better every week.
CJ, can you just go through the time sequence? It was like the 105 mark, then you got to the 41 second mark, and then all of a sudden it looked like y'all stood around for like 10 seconds rolled off. And can you explain what was happening, what we are trying to do, even though y'all had the scoring drive? What was going on at that point, or what we are trying to get done at that prior to the scoring drive?
Well, a lot of times, a lot of games come, like I think the first 2 weeks in the NFL was like 11 out of the however games came down from one scoring. And, if you can get the lead or tie it up, not give them the opportunity to go down and drive, that's the goal and the plan we want to do. But we also do want to stay aggressive, but just be smart. Time management, I thought Demeco and Bobby did a great job, and we ended up scoring, which was great. And then you see we give them 16 seconds. Like, it's hard to operate 70 yards down the field to get a field goal or a touchdown. Like, so you just playing the time game, and we knew we had a field goal, and we would tie the game up and go to overtime, or we could score and not give them much time. Either way it went, you know what I mean? So I thought that was very smart on what we did there. All right, guys.